In this video, we will discuss about prominent ideas of Machiavelli. So firstly, let's talk about the nature of field of politics. Now, according to him, since Prince is entering into politics, he must understand the type of profession politics is. One who sacrifices what is for what ought to be will not only ruin himself but will also bring destruction to his own people. According to him, one who tries to find goodness in every situation must necessarily come to grief, as we live with so many people who are not so good, unlike Plato, whose philosopher king lives in the world of ideas. Machiavelli wants to look at things as they are, rather than as they should be. According to him, politics is not ethics and it is uninspiring, yet it's the fact. According to him, politics is neither ethics nor religion, nor it is an inspiring field, but that is how it is. In politics, Prince will meet such people who are not good. Hence, Prince should not find goodness, and if he will try to find goodness in politics, he is bound to be disappointed and hurt. Hence, Prince should know how to be bad rather than how to be good. Now let's have evaluation of his views on nature of politics. So Machiavelli is one of the most criticized figure in the history of Western philosophy, and it is irony that he has been criticized for telling the truth. According to Dunning, it is paradox that everyone is Machiavellian in politics, but no one accepts himself to be a Machiavellian. One of the major critics of Machiavelli is Sebine. According to Sebine, the views of Machiavelli are narrowly dated and narrowly located, and only applicable within that region and particular time. According to Sebine, Machiavelli gave a very pessimist view of politics because of his experience of conditions prevailing in Italy at his time. Had he belonged to some other time and space, his views would have been different. So though it is true that Machiavelli was child of his time and his thoughts were too much influenced with the situation of his time, we can't say that there is no universalism or transcendentalism that is time. We can find relevance of his advice in the context of Indochina ties and approach of India under Nehru towards China. In the context of 1962 war, Nehru himself acknowledged that he was living in the world of imagination. The war of 1962 was not mere disaster for India, but a personal shock for Nehru, who could not recover from this. Now let's discuss about his views on human nature. So according to Machiavelli, human is selfish, ungrateful, deceitful, coward, fearful, and extremely greedy. He is known as father of universal egoism. It means selfishness of human nature is universal fact. His analysis of human nature reflects the psychology of emerging bourgeois class. According to him, Prince has to deal with humans, so he must understand human nature as it is rather than Prince thinking as it should be. According to him, history is the best guide to politics, and throughout history, human nature has remained constant. Elemental characteristics of human nature according to Machiavelli are: first one is man is selfish by nature. So according to Machiavelli, man will always give primacy to his own interest over the interest of the prince. Since man is selfish and man is ungrateful, and it will soon forget the favors done to him by the prince in case his interests demand so. Since man is selfish, man is fickle-minded, it can easily change sides. Thus according to Machiavelli, prince cannot take the support of any person for granted. He should always be careful that anyone can betray him at any time. Now second one is man is coward by nature. So this is explained by Machiavelli as in the sense man is coward, he is also fearful and insecure by nature. According to him, though the qualities like selfishness go against the interest of the prince, however, qualities like cowardness can be manipulated by prince for his own self-interest. So long, prince will be able to convince that only then he can provide security of life to the people and people will remain obliged to him. Third one is man is avaricious, which means extremely greedy. Now according to him, man is materialist by nature and has love for property. Hence if prince creates condition where people can make money or acquire property, they will remain loyal to prince. He also suggested that a wise prince will never confiscate the property, means prince should never acquire the property of others, and according to him, it is better to kill the person rather than taking the property. As according to him, man can forget the loss of father, but he cannot forget the loss of property. So he advises prince not to touch the woman of the citizen, as men are extremely possessive for their women. Now let's have a look at the evaluation of his theory of human nature. So he is one of the most criticized figure in the history, as we have already discussed, and it is irony that he was criticized for telling the truth. According to Sebine, Machiavelli has the pessimistic view of human nature because of his experience in Italy at his time. According to Sebine, his ideas are narrowly dated and completely narrowly located. So though it is true that his description of human nature is one-sided, however, it is very important for the prince to know the dark aspects of human nature. Though Machiavelli has given one-sided view, but no one can say that this one-sided view is entirely wrong. Cotilla, who belongs to a different time and space, has remarkable similarities with him on the observation of human nature. And not only this, even Hobbes has accepted that man is selfish by nature.